Hello everyone and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist. Today we are diving deep into the swirling storm of the 2027 presidential election. And trust me, it's already shaping up to be a blockbuster. The big boss right now, the 2027 presidential race, is looking like a straight up Southern showdown, with the ruling APC already endorsing President Bola Tinubu for a second term, and the main opposition PDP reportedly eyeing a Southern candidate. The stage is set, but who will emerge as a formidable challenger? At the center of a rapidly building storm is former President Goodluck Jonathan. Yes, you heard that right. Supporters of GEJ are reportedly working tirelessly, reaching out to key political figures, all with one goal: to have Jonathan challenge President Tinubu in 2027. We are hearing whispers that even top PDP stalwarts from the north are pressuring Jonathan to jump into the ring. This isn't just a friendly chat. This is a fully blown wooing campaign. Now, here's where it gets even spicier. Jonathan's camp, according to reports, has started reaching out to other prominent Southern aspirants, and the name on everyone's lips, Mr. Peter Obi. Sources indicate that Jonathan's team has met with Obi's camp, reportedly asking him to step down for Jonathan. While there were speculations of a direct meeting between Jonathan and Obi, sources close to Obi insist no such one-on-one has happened yet. However, the intent from Jonathan's side is clear. This isn't just about Jonathan and Obi. We are also seeing moves for a grand coalition to take on the APC. Peter Obi himself is a strong advocate for this, and he has reportedly linked to the African Democratic Congress ADC coalition. This ADC grouping is attracting some serious heavyweights: former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, former Senate President David Mark, former Osun State Governor Rauf Aregbesola, and even former Kaduna Governor Malam Nasser El-Rufai, among others. When asked about returning to PDP or joining ADC, Obi has consistently stated he's for any move that will save Nigeria from the APC. That's a strong statement of intent. So, why Jonathan? His backers argues he's the best Southern candidate to stop Tinubu because, if elected, he can only serve one term, 4 years. This, they say, respect the North-South power rotation principle and allow for another shift after his tenure. This argument isn't new. Peter Obi also recently declared he will serve only one term if elected. Even former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, now with the ADC, has made a similar promise. But will voters buy it this time? And more importantly, is Jonathan even eligible to run? And this, my friends, is the elephant in the room: Jonathan's eligibility. Section 137 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended in 2018, explicitly bars anyone sworn in twice as president from contesting again. Jonathan was first sworn in 2010 after President Yar'Adua passed, and then again in 2011 after winning the election. This means he's been sworn in twice. Lawyers are sharply divided on this. Some argue that the law can't be applied retroactively as it took effect after he left office in 2015. Others insist the constitution is clear: no one should be sworn in more than twice. If Jonathan gets the PDP ticket and even wins, this issue will undoubtedly end up in court. I'm predicting court outcome in Nigeria. That's a gamble. If the court rules against him after an election, the opposition will lose everything. This is a massive risk factor. Beyond Jonathan and Obi, other Southern politicians are eyeing the top job. Rotimi Amechi, already part of the ADC coalition, is a strong contender. And let's not forget Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who has also been mentioned as a potential candidate. The field is crowded, and alliances are shifting by the day. What we are witnessing is a high-stake game of political chess. Alliances, promises, legal hurdle. It's all on the table. The coming months will be crucial as these political heavyweights decide their next move. Will Peter Obi truly step down? So, for my own critical take, this 2027 political maneuvering is more than just trending. It is a crucial moment for Nigeria's democratic future, and frankly, I see some significant red flags. First, the incessant pressure on Goodluck Jonathan to run again. While his supporters' argument about the single term potentially helping power rotation sounds appealing on the surface, it glosses over a monumental legal challenge. Section 137 of the Constitution is not ambiguous when it says no one sworn in twice shall be eligible. This isn't just a technicality, it is a fundamental principle of presidential term limits. pushing Jonathan forward with his massive constitutional cloud hanging over him is, in my opinion, a high-stake gamble that could throw the entire opposition into disarray and potentially create a constitutional crisis post-election. It is a risk Nigeria simply doesn't need right now. Secondly, the talk of Peter Obi stepping down for Jonathan. This is where I raised an eyebrow. Obi, whether you support him or not, ignited a significant youth movement in 2023. His appeal cuts across traditional political divides, and his message resonates deeply with many Nigerians yearning for something different. To ask him to simply step aside for a figure who has already had his chance at the presidency and faces severe eligibility questions feels like a potential betrayal of that momentum and a strategic misstep for the opposition. If the goal is truly to defeat Tinubu, then the strongest, most viable candidate with the fewest encumbrances should lead the charge, not necessarily the one whose one-time promise is the primary selling point. Finally, while the idea for a grand coalition against the APC is politically exciting, the diversity of figures involved, from Peter Obi to Rotimi Amechi, Rauf Arebeshola, and Nasser El-Rufai, begs the question: what is the unifying ideology here beyond just defeating the APC? Without a clear, coherent vision and a leader capable of transcending individual ambitions, such a coalition risks becoming a fragile alliance of convenience that could crumble under the weight of internal conflicts and competing interests. In summary, the opposition needs to be incredibly strategic and pragmatic, focusing on a candidate with a glaring constitutional hurdle, and asking popular figures to step down without a truly compelling unifying vision might just be setting themselves up for the future. The question shouldn't just be who can beat Tinubu, but how they plan to unite and why they are best alternative beyond just rhetoric. This 2027 game is getting complex, and the opposition needs to play their card very carefully. That's my critical take. So, there you have it, folks. The 2027 presidential race is already shaping up to become one of the most unpredictable and intriguing in Nigeria's recent history, from Jonathan's potential rerun to Peter Obi's strategic move and the formation of powerful new coalitions. Every week brings a new twist to this political drama. The stakes are high. The stakes are incredibly high for Nigeria form, and how these alliances form and which candidates ultimately emerge will profoundly impact our nation's future. What do you think about this development? Are you for a Jonathan return, or do you believe a fresh face like Peter Obi should lead the charge? Do you think this grand coalition will succeed, or is it too early to tell? Drop your thoughts, prediction, and even your wildest theories in the comment section below. I'd love to read your insights. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you found this breakdown helpful, share it with everyone you know. And of course, subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for all the latest political updates and unfiltered analysis. Until next deep dive, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep the conversation going. Peace.